Adrian Sutil making his return to Formula One.
A great story at the moment.
Doing a fine job, having been out of the sport for a year. He wouldn't ever be back in Formula One. Has just set the fastest lap of the race.
Certainly come back fresh, impressive performance.
Well, and what a way to come back into Formula One.
Hello everyone and welcome to a new series. This is Season as Sutil, where I play as Adrian Sutil for the full 19 races of the season, and there may be a bonus race at the end on one of the classic tracks, but I hope that you will enjoy this new series as much as I enjoyed driving this race. And I thought it was quite a good idea to drive my favourite team, my favourite driver for a whole season. But you see here, I'm in practice on the medium tyres, and I said actually I'm on for a good time here. I think I go like 5th fast or 6th fast, it turns out to be 5/10ths off the pace. But you see here, there's on the mini map, there's a load of parked cars, it looks like, in front of us, and I hit Kimi Raikkonen, and yeah, I lost my front wing, and that was my end of my medium stint, which I was hoping to prepare for the race. But you can see here I hit him, and then Sutil put his hand up in the air in anger, which I don't quite understand, because I'm not sure he would be that angry. But you see here, I looked at the replay, and yeah, if I was a real F1 driver, of course, I probably would have missed it, because I wouldn't be going in there full steam. But yeah, I decided to go in full steam through a yellow flag zone, because there's no real penalty on this game if you don't, except for what I just did now, which is crash into a load of parked cars. But other than that, it was good. My pace on the medium during practice was good, and I'm pretty impressed with that actually. But you see here I'm on the super softs, and I'm going even better, 6/10ths up on the fastest time in this session. Really liking these super soft tyres, and I really just enjoy this track right now. I'm enjoying the game actually as we go around the right hander. Really good, put on the power. And then the third to last corner is just a dream to get right, but I didn't get it right. I hit the wall, and that was the end of my super soft lap, so you don't get to see that. So after that lap, I decided to call it end of the day for practice, and I finished 4th fastest, which is encouraging. And Perez actually was ahead of me. Paul di Resta nowhere near my pace. But then in qualifying, it turned out to be full wet conditions, something I wasn't expecting at all. I forgot to look at the forecast, so I actually burnt up so many tyres in this session. But I went out for my Q1 lap, and you see that I'm on my Q1 lap now, and I'm a long way off the pace. Really not feeling these wet conditions, getting loads of wheel spin off the corners, trying to keep it together. Nearly hit the wall a couple of times, although I don't show that, and just the car doesn't feel right. But I do get into the next session getting a time 2/10ths behind my teammate, and that seems okay as we move into Q2. And you can see it's a bit brighter, a bit drier, still full wet so on the track for the entire session. And I set my fastest time, which is something like 9/10ths faster than what I did in Q1, but you will see that it is not enough. Massa just about hangs on for a top 10, and I am out in Q2, 11th place on the grid. Paul di Resta is behind me, a few positions behind me. But we move on to the race, and remember that crash where I crashed into Raikkonen? Yeah, he earned a 10-place grid penalty for that. So I actually start in 10th place. So that's good. I get the choice of tyres, so I decided to choose the medium tyres, just like Adrian Sutil did in the real 2013 Australian Grand Prix. But we have the lights in Australia for the first race of Season as Sutil, sorry. And it's a terrible start, not getting off the line well, trying to use my curves, but these medium tyres is not getting the same kind of purchase on the track as the super softs. And I dive down the inside here, Massa's holding me up, I crashed into him a little bit, and then we head along the straight. We've got the Toro Rosso go past us on our left, and Maldonado get past us, and it really doesn't look like a great start right now as we head down into turn 3, and I dive bomb it down there, but there's something in my way. There's a Sauber in my way, and it's really annoying when someone gets in your way because you just end up tapping them up the back side. as we now have two Saubers side by side here, and we are going to approach right up to the back of them, try round the outside of Nico Hulkenberg successfully, and down the outside of Gutierrez as well. But we go past Webber, who seems to have lost his front wing somewhere, and we are up into 6th place. Now I've run in 6th place for a long time, losing ground to Rosberg in front, but gaining ground on the people behind me. It's actually pretty good pace, I have to say, from me. And you see that I jumped a few people in the stops, which is why it says P3, and then this is Hamilton and Perez who pitted, who are the leaders, and I just come out ahead of Hamilton, which is crucial actually in terms of the way the race plays out. But you see here that I actually, through this complex, I go wide and off the track, which really hurts it. You can see here I just have understeer, just lose it off the track, and that allows Hamilton with his fresh medium tyres to really get up to the back of me, and by the end of this lap he's already having a go at me, going down my inside, giving me no room at all, right side by side. They wouldn't have done that on 2012, but I get the braking done round the outside. He has to back out, and I keep the lead for now as we go up to the main straight, round the second to last corner now. Slow corner, really careful on the throttle, otherwise you'll spin your wheels up too much. But he's actually looking down the inside here. He's got so much extra grip, he uses the DRS and he's passed. However, I dip into his slipstream and he leaves a gap on the outside, and the AI do this, they brake a bit early, and I go around the outside and retake first place, although I will not be finishing in that position today. But the tyre wear is just so much better in this game than in F1 2012. I really enjoy it more. It's more of an experience. And you can see here that although they're not directly behind me on the mini-map, a train was starting to form, and my left front was horrible. It was just dragging around, and it was fully red on the tyre wear, little indicator thing on the right hand side. And we dive into the pits then, and it said that I'll rejoin around 6th to 9th place, which I thought, yeah, that's okay, you know. But the problem is that will I get out ahead of the 6th place, or will I get out behind 9th? You can see here that cool new pit camera view, which I really like, I have to say. It really looks nice. But you can see them coming down the main straight now. And will I get out ahead? No, I won't. People like Massa go past, Button, and another person, I can't remember his name. But I really get held up by Massa in the first corner, and I use all of my curves going out of the first corner, just trying to get a move on Massa, and I decide to dive bomb it straight down the inside of Massa. I nearly made it completely not work. And Button seems to have lost his front wing, which is why he's going so slowly. I tap him on the back, and he's pretty angry about that. But I am up into 6th place on these brand new super soft setting. Excellent pace as we catch up Esteban Gutierrez simply on the drive out of turns 10 and 11. And I go round the outside of him. Job done. P5. And I've got Jean-Eric Verne ahead of me in the Toro Rosso. And I'm looking to catch him and pass him as soon as possible to see if I can gain anything more after that. So even though I've only got 2 laps to go, there's a chance to go round the outside of Verne. He actually goes across the DRS detection line first, which when I get DRS, which means that I easily get past, and I start setting some really good pace on these last 2 laps. But I finish in 4th place for an excellent 12 points on my first race. I really like this game so far, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Now I'm 4th in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships. So please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Alex Dobb, and I'll see you next time.
Really
Goodbye.
well done. That's 12